Yes, this is recording. So I'm calling you stupid so that we can have sex. But even if you're not someone I particularly want to have sex with, or that I do, but it's just never gonna happen, I'm still calling you stupid because you're working for the army, and it still translates roughly that that the sooner you realize you're stupid, the sooner I'm gonna get laid by a real person. And I'm working for that person to be you, or I'm working for that person to be someone else. It doesn't matter to me. And that's how you know you can trust me. And, which, I'm joking. I take that back. Okay. By the time you actually have to look at one particular event in time and say, that's the reason I can trust them. That is real for some people. I've been there too. And what changed? Not that I can have a more discerning eye, but that I'm no longer naive. And it's the difference between being naive and being trusting is when you're naive, you're shocked. You're going, what? I didn't, no way. No, they couldn't have. That's what a naive person does. They go, this really broke my heart, and I can't believe that the world is this cruel. And a trusting person says, I had so much fun trusting that people loved me. And I knew that they were going to hurt me either way. And so I still chose to believe that they weren't hurting me. And I laughed that I was making it up and believing something that wasn't true. And love is just a belief. And because of that, it's basically part of the Matrix. Because of that, it's not the highest thing. You think it's the highest thing. But really, love, when you boil it down, is just sex. And you think that's the highest thing. Oh, well, if you really think that's the highest thing, that means you're not enlightened. An enlightened person is the only person who can appreciate a sadist. Because we're the only ones who even see them. We're more aware of them. The sadist says, I didn't even choose you. You chose me. You could see my potential. You could see my potential. I couldn't see it. I'm just a fucking idiot sadist. You are the master. Tell me who I am, please. Or else, remember, I am the sadist. And I need something so bad from you. It doesn't look obvious. It looks like I'm the one in control, right? But I need something so bad from you. That's why this whole sadism thing to begin with, the whole killing you, is is so that you give me that thing I need. All of this torture is just so that you'll give me that thing. Please? I can't remember what it was. Don't ask me. Do you know how much weed I've smoked? How much shrooms I've done? Do you think I can actually even remember it? I could pass the lie detector test. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Could you imagine? Do you know what you're talking about? That's the test. Nope. Oh. My room is a mess. It smells bad. This is not okay. This is immoral behavior. This is not okay. Even if you have gang stalkers living with you, like a tenant, and your room stinks their property up, that is not okay. This is disgusting. This is not me. I don't have things that smell bad. I'm a mess, of course, but all these cans in the back, this is never going to smell bad ever. This is just plain water. There's not going to be food in my room either, okay? I'm not going to have a gross smelling room. I'm trying not to puke right now. I shouldn't have brought this up, actually. To the left of me, there's something that I don't want to even describe. That is the reason why I'm puking. Old Coca-Cola cans. You would never guess the smell of old Coca-Cola. It's not the same. You say just throw them out, no big deal. Those have to go in the recycling. To throw out cans requires you have to get a black garbage bag so that no one knows it's cans. I only have white garbage bags. If you say sorry, hey, I'm another TI, sorry. You don't know what pain is. I don't want your fucking condolence. I'm joking. That's a joke. That's a joke. Oh yeah, that's I got dumped recently since becoming enlightened. I got dumped for the first time. Somehow, the thing that I just said that I can't remember, but whatever just I was talking about, the last thing I was talking about, it very indirectly, you'd never guess this, but very indirectly, somehow, that if I could remember, I could string it all together, it was related to I got dumped. I know it doesn't seem like it's related, but that's how somehow it was related. And so I'll just talk about getting dumped. I wanted to tell this person, because she just found out her mom is a gang stalker, apparently. But this girl's an idiot, too. She's my black queen, who doesn't really like me. And that's fine, you know, that's fine. I'll forget her, you know. She might like me, too, though. I don't know, I don't check my notifications. But I just got the sense she's probably insecure, she's so fat, and she seems kind of dumb, like, but maybe not, I don't know. Well, why did I say she's dumb? Because maybe she's listening too, I doubt she is, but I'll tell you exactly why. I'll never say vague things, I'll never say someone's dumb. If I say you're dumb, I'll tell you exactly why. And I won't leave it to, and other stuff, and etc. There will be no etc. It will be, it was here and it was exactly this time. And if we clear that up, then I don't think that about you. And she had not been using her debit card or something. The way she was trying to use her debit card to prevent the gang stalkers from setting her up in a trap. So she only gets cash. She goes to the teller and she asks for cash. She's afraid to use her debit card because she's afraid that the gang stalkers are going to make it look like she committed fraud and they're going to send her to prison. And so I think she's kind of stupid because that's not going to, I don't think they're going to do that. And of course, you know, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say, of course, I know she's being gang stalked and all that, but I don't need to say that. But I'm just thinking from her perspective if she's watching this. And so she thinks her mom is gang stalking her too, but I think this girl's an idiot. Her mom might not be gang stalking her. Her evidence that her mom is gang stalking her is that her mom got really angry at her. And her evidence that her mom is planning on killing her is that her mom took, like, all the pictures out of her house. All the pictures on the walls, and she's, like, selling her house all of a sudden. And that means she's going to kill her. And it's like, yeah, I get it that even if your family is going to kill you, like, even if that's what's happening, just the fact that they're removing picture frames off the wall doesn't mean that they're, like, going to kill you real soon all of a sudden. And just the fact that your mom got angry at you doesn't mean she's a gang stalker. She just could be angry at you that she thinks you're insane. And so I wanted to tell this to her from, you know, she's living in her car and I'm living at my mom's house and I'm, like, eating my snacks. I'm up here like King Tut T.I. I'm just, like, you know, doing my hands-free ejaculations. And this girl is living in her car and I want to fuck her too and she doesn't even want to fuck me. And I'm like, hey, what's up? Really sorry. Does she want to hear that from me? Nope. I don't even want to tell her that. And yeah, I'm crying with her. I'm going, I can't fucking, yeah. And I'm typing it, yeah, dude, so I can't believe. Do you want to hear it from me? Yeah, I know, like, I'm another T.I. and well, and you're kind of fat and, you know, you might not realize that I am your type. You just haven't realized it yet. And, you know, I don't know. Or maybe not. You know, maybe not. She does hide herself. I only seen her in her reflection. That was an accident. She tries to keep herself not on the camera. And she called me weird. I mean, why would he call me weird? That kind of hurt my feelings. And she called out other T.I.s. She's like, I love these other T.I.s. I love Carlton. I love this T.I. I love that T.I. And I'm like, you didn't even say my name. I know Carlton. Or Carlson or whatever his name is. He's the guy who looks like he's on the Fresh Prince. He looks like Phil. He looks like the dad on Fresh Prince, the judge. Every T.I. knows this T.I. And I lied to this T.I. too. I told him I'm going to pray for an hour. But I was equivocating the language. And he told I wasn't going to pray for an hour, but I was changing it to mean something else. And he was very trusting to me. He said, oh, that's wonderful, thank you. That means a lot. But I never did it. I lied. I was just going to meditate for an hour, but I never did it. Carlton got the best of me. Uncle Phil got the best of me. Uncle T.I. Phil got the best of me. I love him. And then I confessed to him. He's talking to this other T.I. apparently that I bullied. I told her to kill herself. She was on meth. And I said to Carlton, I said, hey, you know, I bullied this girl. I told her to kill herself. And I got a YouTube strike for saying that. Because she was talking about how she was gang stalked back when she was on meth. And now that she's not on meth anymore, she's not gang stalked anymore. And to me that sounds like a lie. So I bullied her. Now, I wouldn't bully someone like that today. Even if someone like even if she is a gang stalker, I wouldn't say at this point in my life, I feel more like crying and apologizing that I ever said that. And I did say things like that. And it was silly. You know, I said, put a picture of your family up and kill yourself. And I hope that pictures of your family get, as you're getting raped, that pictures of your loved ones as they're robbing you. I hope so much that pictures of your loved ones, that you get to see them as you're getting raped before you die. But, you know, I was just copying things I had heard on the internet. I was just trying to be sensational and vulgar. And I was just making a fool out of myself. Oh, I really got them. Oh, he said to put a picture of your little innocent baby up and to hang yourself at the same time? That's the sickest thing in the whole world. And he told you that you should really do it with all his authority and his goodness? You must be really, really down on... You must be like even rejected by God for him to say that to you. You must be totally worthless. Wow, that's amazing. Oh, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. 1 million claws? The punishment was a zillion? Woo, you really got them. They took it to the dome. They didn't even know. Yeah, it was meaningless. Even when it was meaningful. Even when the person says, wow, I was really arrogant and I didn't realize it, and you had to say something that outlandish for me to actually realize it. Even then, it wasn't as good as just saying, hey, you just overstepped. Okay, I was at a fucked up place that I had to say something so fucked up to even get my point across. If I wasn't so fucked up, I could have said it in a not fucked up way. I could have just said, excuse me, like a person, like a dignified person. I could have just said, you fucking overstepped. I wouldn't have to be like, yeah. I knew this was gonna happen. I wanted to make a double video. This is supposed to be the retarded time where the camera turns off and I go do whatever I do when the camera's not watching. But I wanted to make a double feature today. I thought this would be somehow surprising, that it wouldn't be tedious, that I myself would go. The point of it is that you figure it out as you go. Well, when you're high, you're not tired, so there's no, well, let's have a nap. You have a lot of energy, so there's no need to stimulate yourself, whether the music's playing or not. You're good. You need the music, but you're still good without it. But you do need it, but you're still good without it. You can still forget that the music's not playing for a while. And then, when you got no obstacles in your way, you feel good. That could be a, you know, if you're used to fighting, you got some impossible barrier that you have to face before you can relax. And then you just forget it. You just remember that you don't give a shit anyway. And here you are. What are you gonna do? What do you want to do? You want to, like, you can go anywhere. Do you want to go down and get nasty, or not? Because that's where you're gonna go. You're gonna go down to get nasty, and you're gonna die in your own shit. You know, like how the poor people do, where there's nothing to entertain except to just make another person. Well, it's all just. Oh wait. It's not all just bad. There is that one thing that we can still do. We could just keep doing that. It doesn't matter we're poor and we live in a fucking shit hut. Because it's the one thing that we like still. It's the one thing that keeps us fresh. It's the one thing that we like. We only like one thing about being alive. And is that you? Is that easier? Is it more difficult to go up? And why would you? If not for the same seed that the devil is in all their nastiness, they're just the same seed is there, that because it makes you hot, because it's more beautiful. That's why. It's the only thing that makes you come. It's a paradox. You appreciate the lower, and because you appreciate it, you move higher. Off of the lower's back. You don't condemn the lower, you say, thank you. I'm not going over the point of no return. I'm not cashing in my chips. I'm keeping this arrangement forever. And I'm using it to get totally lost, to go far, far insane. You know, when you want the most love letters, you have to commit crimes. We all know, I already posted about it, okay? Everyone's already heard. We already heard it. You want it? Hey, don't read Mystery Method, Neil Strauss, Real Social Dynamics, Pickup Artistry. No, if you want women, commit heinous crimes. You know how many love letters you get? But, what was the catch? There was some catch. Don't get caught. But if you don't get caught, then they don't even know who to love. God. So anyway, you appreciate the lower. By appreciating the lower, you respect it, and you don't cash out on it. You don't overdo it so that you blow your load on it. You appreciate it as much as you can absorb from it. You don't take more from it than you can. You don't take so much from it that you blow your load like a fucking retard. You only take as much from it as you can handle that gets you right to the point where if you have any more, then you will blow your load. And you use that to ride up onto dimensions of love where the sexual perversion is perfect. And the nastier and the more perverted and the more immoral, the better. But you're transforming it as well. And you're not transforming it with snootiness, saying, "Excuse me, Mr. Devil, but I love the sinner, but not the sin." No, you're saying, "I love the sinner." And that's my healing journey, I think, to be able to say that. I love the sinner. I don't know. To be able to admit that the fact that they're a sinner makes me love them. The sinner is saying, "Really, you love me even though I'm a sinner?" I'm saying, it's only because you're a sinner. It's only because of that. Like, don't you get it? I didn't get it until this moment. And if I didn't get it, you probably don't get it either, because I think I'm smarter than you. But I also sometimes think that you're smarter than me, and that scares me a lot. And it even offends me a lot. I think this is the time to end the video. I wish I could jack off. I wish this was a porn channel. But I can't even jack off to the gang stalkers. And unless it's a fantasy of being raped. And that's not what I want to do. And I also can't jack off to the people I love who are other TIs, because I would rather save that for the real thing. And so I don't know what to do. And if a gang stalker were to come around and have sex with me and rape me, I'd love it. If they could just, turn me on, I'd love it. I'd love it. But nothing. Please do it. Please. But you can't. How could you? What are you going to do? Come in the room? No, there's nothing you could do. Even if there is something you could do, it would take, you couldn't do it this instant. And am I really that jonesing for it? Do I really have a fucking boner right now? No. No. Do I know what it's like to have a fucking... Yeah, I know what it's like. But do I wish that that was happening right now? Not really. No, not really. I could force that to happen right now if I wanted to. But I would prefer to have the mystery. I'll prefer to not know what's happening right now. That's my dialogue with God, isn't it? That I'm not choosing? That I'm receptive host, good host? Let the energy that arrives determine its meaning. And I'm just the fucking host. I'm dead. I'm dead. This is too high and mighty stuff. All I want is a big booty. I don't want to be philosophizing. I want a nasty booty. And I'm not even turned on right now. But really, is that what I want, a nasty booty? Like, am I just a poor person in a hut just going, yeah, that's right. Just nasty, give it all to me. I'll get fat, doesn't matter. Just more and more. I'll get fat, it doesn't matter. Just more and more. Sucky, sucky, sucky. We'll all turn Chinese. Sucky long time. I'm fucking racist against every... You know, I don't mean to bring this about Chinese people or something. The black people are the strongest physically. Who is the strongest physically? A black person. Who is the most intelligent? A Chinese person. Who is the most wise? An Indian person. I used to say an Indian person is the most intelligent, but not the most wise. I didn't understand. And maybe I still don't. I'm just practically making this up. Okay? I'm sorry if you believed me. I was trying to believe it too. Maybe it was the fucking truth. I mean, have you ever thought if you make stuff up, it's more true? Like, where are you even getting it from? And if it sounds good enough that it's logical. Maybe you heard it from somewhere. When you confuse the effort of remembering something, you'll actually plagiarize it, but you won't know. You'll think, yeah, that's right. You'll sound it out, and you'll play the Beatles, and then they'll sue you. And you'll be like, no, I really figured it. I really sounded that song out myself. And they'll say, no, that wasn't the effort. The effort that you had, you thought that it was the effort of creation, but that was the effort of remembering, and you didn't even know that that's what was happening. You actually thought you were creating something when you were remembering it. And that's a real phenomenon. I can't remember the relevance of why I brought this story up. Again, because I'm just mushing out tripping, and I considered taking some LSD and some mushrooms and some Viagra together. And ChatGPT said that's a really bad idea. But I thought, I'll bet I'd get viral. I bet a lot of people would watch that. And now that I'm enlightened, I should. And it wouldn't kill me. And a Viagra 5-pack is only like $15, and you're gonna just add that onto your order anyway. So the shipping fee is irrelevant anyway. And you would really like to try Viagra as well. It's not just for the fact that you're trying to be attention grabbing. You would also like to see what happens because you have hands-free ejaculations and you're working with the muscles that control the blood flow. You're pushing blood in, and you're also working on the muscles that prevent blood from escaping. And what the Viagra does is it stops blood from escaping somehow on a chemical level. And you would love to try this. This is like way up your alley. And in fact, you would like to give this to your female friends too and see what happens to them. Well, even your family. But that's a little bit strange. Okay, let's just draw the line there and say we wouldn't do that. But when family are friends and they're also female, you'd like to say, what the fuck? What happened to you? We're friends and we can talk about this. I can talk about how, well, plainly I have masturbated to, and I can't even say. Do you know what? There are certain people in my, there are certain people who I've masturbated to, and I can't say because other people will be angry about it. And it's not the thing that, it's not like something that they'd have the right to. It's not like a baby or something. It's people that, if I told you who it was, they would fucking freak out and say, you can't say that because it's gonna, you're not allowed to say that because it's gonna harm them. But it's actually not about them at all. You know. And you know what? Those type of people, if you want to talk about fantasies that should never happen in real life, or maybe they should, those kind of things, the people who are usually jealous, maybe if you fucking hit the treadmill a little bit more, you wouldn't be the one complaining. And it took me a long time to see that. And that's just by the side. That's not even a main quest. That's just a fucking side quest. And it took me a long time to see that. I mean, getting caught up, spending your whole life on a side quest, that's a real problem for people. That's a real problem for people. Okay. Well, I keep saying, okay, like, we got something else to talk about, but we got nothing. I want something profound to happen. And when I thought of those people who I can't say who they are, those people, that was back before I was enlightened anyway. I'm not thinking of them these days. Because they're not enlightened either, and I don't want them in my life. Except when I need something from them. Like their love and their beauty and their laughter. I gotta get my nut, don't I? Yeah, I got a nut. So what? So what? I gotta get my nut. Oh yeah, so it would actually be cool to say, do you like Viagra too? To a girl? Stopped being funny. I'm evolved beyond laughing at that now. For real. So don't you think it's funny? In case you don't know, remember I'm the one waiting on you. I'm Alpha, you're Beta. I feel like it's light outside. I feel like it's the middle of the afternoon. I'm reminded of that beautiful person who I saw this afternoon. I've been waiting for I want to say months or years. I'm not trying to be dramatic, I'm trying to be accurate. I've been waiting a long time to see that. How could I have known? I am aware that you are aware of every time we've ever seen each other and what the angles of that would be. And that I have never seen your backside until now. And I'm a poopy, pee-pee, stinky backside kind of guy. And maybe actually more of, no, maybe that's true. Maybe that's totally true. I want to say maybe more of a squirt type of person. But, we're just going to say, I really appreciated this. But how can I say I was waiting for it when I never knew? And of course you can always tell from the front. But you're still gonna be leaving some room for surprise, aren't you? Oh, it hurt. If I had to draw someone, if I had to invent someone, like if I had to have AI create a person, it would be you. And I know it's not random. I know how much you suffered to look that beautiful. I would rip my clothes off and fucking ferociously masturbate, if not for the fact that it would lessen my energy to be more turned on by you. Anyways, I didn't mean for this to be one of those kind of videos. Let's see how long this is. 40 minutes. Well, that's great. We've accomplished the goal, a double-length feature. The goal is to give thanks. I think we've done it. Honest thanks, no strings attached. Well, and we didn't say the N-word, we didn't talk about, Hitler or anything like that. Oh, let me just say, I got a video removed. Why did I get it removed? I don't know, I said the N-word and I said, I had a friend who told me that he loved Hitler, which I really appreciated. Not because I loved Hitler, but because I told him I was being gang stalked, everyone's against me, and he said, yeah, I love Hitler, and so everyone's against me too because I love Hitler. So I can appreciate, I know that you don't love Hitler. I know, I could, but you can appreciate that as a friend. I'm also ostracized by everyone else too. So, and I kept a secret from you until now. Of course, you've never known until now that I actually love Hitler. I'm going to tell you this secret now, and because I love you, and and I'm a gang stalker probably. That's probably what he was saying. But even within that, I love Hitler. That makes me not cool. And is that a get out of jail free card for a gang stalker? Like he did the ultimate sacrifice? So I was talking about that. I was like, oh, it's so great. My friend, my friend loves Hitler. I'm so happy about it that he understands me. Okay? Now, I don't agree with Hitler. YouTube could take this out of context. Or I said the N-word. Because that may have been a mistake. I had been watching this guy named Red Bar, and when he got a new watch, he said the N-word a bunch of times, but he didn't really say the N-word, quote. He actually said, like, the thing that you can't say, but he actually said it. And he said, I have to say that word while I'm showing you my beautiful watch. Otherwise, you'll think that my watch is sponsored. But if I say this word, then you know that I'm not getting sponsored, and you can know that I really love this watch. Isn't this a beautiful watch? My friend gave this to me. He makes it. Isn't it so beautiful? And it's a $200 watch. It's a plain watch. Probably more beautiful. I don't know. I'd wonder though if the most expensive things are actually shittier. I mean, I bought this cord right here, and this cord was like $70 on sale for regular price. And I thought, I probably should have fuck that stupid sale. Obviously, the cheap one was better. I got duped. Oh, yeah, and they don't even work. They suck. They suck. They're okay, but they suck. They're as good as anything else. They're the same ones, that's the point.